Okay, guys, welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for taking time out and being here.
Of course.
Thanks for having us.
Definitely, yes. So, like, the first thing I want to start out saying is that you are about to come out with season two of this really great television series, Sugar Highs, and what what drew all you guys to the roles? Like, what made you all want to play these roles?
Well, I think we all just wanted to work.
Definitely a big factor.
Yeah, I
thought
guess
it'd be
that would be the big factor.
Yep.
Do one of you guys want to go first?
I just thought it'd be a good way to like get out of my comfort zone, I guess. I don't do a lot of acting, but I thought it'd be like a really good way to like learn more about the film industry and like how things are produced, because I do have an interest in getting in that in the future, behind the scenes as well. And also just like the subject matter would be a good like leap out of my comfort zone. And yeah, I don't know. I guess it was just more to challenge myself, and also like it was very fun to like meet new people.
I was, well, I mean, obviously to work, very excited to work all the time, but I was I was interested in the subject matter. I thought it would be a fun kind of thing to do, and also I was aware of Tom's work a little bit beforehand, and I was interested in working with him. So yeah, kind of like a nice little treat for me.
Nice.
And to get out of Toronto, it was nice to film in Halifax. So
Adam?
You can go first. I can go. I don't mind. Oh, did you answer already?
No, well, I said work, but I think that was an obvious one.
yeah.
Well, I mean, for me, it was just I liked that the character I was reading for was, funny and kind of dumb, and just, he's just fun to play. It wasn't too much of a stretch for me. It was fun. And I think all of our characters were, fun, and the writing is really, it's well written. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think for me, it kind of opposite of Sam. I think it felt very in my comfort zone. I felt like, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like the whole subject matter is something like I haven't experienced firsthand, but I'm pretty knowledgeable and like excited by. And as I've said before, just like when I got the first audition, like it was so easy to memorize, just because I felt like it didn't feel like I was learning jargon or anything. Like I felt like this was like somewhere in my body already, and there wasn't that much modulating needed.
Okay, there you go. And for anyone who hasn't seen the show, can you tell us a little bit about your characters, like who you play and who your characters are?
Sure. Well, Sam, Adam, and myself, we play roommates. And my character Tab is he's kind of like dumb, and he likes to work out, and things in life just come very he hasn't really ever experienced struggle. Yeah.
Mickey's kind of I guess like the voice of reason throughout the group. He's living undocumented from Canada, so just working under the table all the time, and is very stressed out because he doesn't like make the rent all the time, but he's like working like 11 hours a day, really putting in the grind. So seeing his roommates just be able to like party and get laid and stuff is probably like really bothering him, seeing them like get all that money and stuff. But he kind of warms up to it, I think. Like he definitely sees it as like a lucrative thing and just something to kind of similar to how I wanted to come out of my comfort zone with this show. Like Mickey's doing kind of the same thing, except a little more. He's a little more mental than I am. Mickey's very like reserved and like, oh, like what is this? What is this? Like a little bit of a moral elitist until he pretty quickly warms up to it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to see. Yeah.
I would say Bud is sort of like the matron of the household, and kind of the catalyst for the whole sugar baby thing. I can't give away too much, but I get the idea from Michael Clark in like a comedy of errors. And then I start like creating profiles for Mickey and Tab and get that whole thing going. But yeah, Bud is essentially a modern dance student who's tired of working menial jobs and just wants to dance and party and bang and have fun. And the whole sugar baby thing is the perfect way to do that.
Yes, I mean, you get money and you get laid. So I mean,
Yeah,
that's
exactly. Doing it anyways, why not monetize it?
And I play Clark. I'm a dancer at the school with Bud, and he's a lover and kind of like a puppy. He's looking for love specifically with Bud. So there, will they, won't they? Whole thing going
They
on this
won't,
season.
And are any of you like very similar to the roles you play? I know Adam, you already said you are.
I didn't say I'm similar. I said that he's somewhere in me. He's like a arm of me, but I'm not. I'm a lot nicer than him.
I think everyone's really well cast in this, in that, you know, no, we're not exactly our characters, but I wouldn't say that much of a leap from where we are in terms of what
Like
they're
rhythm.
like and things like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Maybe what they do is a little different, but what they're like, I think seems pretty pretty close to everyone.
Yeah, I think the essence of each character is like pretty bang on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I would say some of the stuff that I'm interested in would be way right over Tab's head. But yeah, it's like it's all a little part of us that we just kind of lean into, and you know, it's there.
Yeah, I'd say I'm probably just as awkward and insecure as Mickey. I'd like to think I'm not as judgmental as him, because I don't think I am, but I think that part of Mickey I definitely don't relate to, but I had enough of the awkwardness that I could sort of tune into those mannerisms like correctly, I think.
Oh wow, okay. And why do you think the fans of the show love it so much and have fun with it, watching it?
Well, I know for me, I still get, and I'm sure you guys get it too, I'm still getting people who will like send me a message and be like, hey, I just stumbled across the show. And so I think people are still kind of like coming across it. And I think that people enjoy it because it's not a premise that has been done, you know, like it's not like Friends where you get a group of roommates and they're all just trying to like figure out life. It's sugar babies, and it's not something that has been done. So I think it's kind of a fresh show, a fresh storyline. So I think people like that.
Definitely. No, it's really good show. I saw season 1. It's fun. It's funny. Like it's a good show.
Yeah, I feel like the other thing too that I've gotten a lot is like, especially for people watching that are a little bit older, it's sort of like, or not even older, but like maybe 30 even, it sort of reminds them of what they were going through in their early 20s and mistakes they made, and you know, lovers they had, bad choices they had. And I think what's sort of different about it, and like you know, you might expect a show about sugar babies to have this kind of like Gossip Girl sheen and gloss over it, but it's a lot more raw, which I think people relate to. It's like kind of like a raw look at it, a bit more gritty, almost more like a Broad City type show.
Mhm. Definitely, definitely. And is there, I mean, I know season 2 isn't out yet, so you can't really talk a lot about that, but from season 1, was there any scene that you all had the most fun filming?
Ooh.
Mm.
I think a lot of the scenes of the 3 roommates in the living room, kind of like ping ponging back and forth. I liked that, and Tom let us have fun with it and try stuff. So I think the stuff with the 3 roommates was fun, and also there's a scene where Ella takes me to a very fancy like place, and I'm like, I shouldn't be there because I'm out of place. And but that was fun to film, eating all the little profiteroles.
I also really like that. I liked filming that party scene in the finale. That was a lot of fun to have all the to have all the people there. It was cool.
I liked the stuff in the dance studio just because I thought that was a fun challenge.
Okay.
In the first season, that was fun for me. I didn't get to do the big, like any of the big party scenes or whatever, the roommate stuff. So that was my experience.
Nice.
Yeah, I also really enjoyed the roommate scenes. It was like funny, just like it's almost like Stockholm syndrome. You're in like the same room every day, all day for like many days. You're like, do we live here? But yeah, I also love the dance studio scenes. They were definitely a challenge, but they looked pretty legit. So kudos to everybody.
Yeah. Hey, party scenes are always fun, right?
Yeah. And all the drugs were real.
Yeah. I'm an addict now.
Yeah, definitely. All of us. That's what
Oh man, that you you shoot one party scene, and now everyone has to go their own ways to AA and stuff, right?
Yeah, very much.
It's Untucked. Sugar High's Untucked. It's a rehab program. I'm just kidding.
And what did you guys like doing between takes, like when your scene wasn't up? Like what did you do to kill time?
Sat on our phones or talked.
Yeah, pretty standard stuff. Just hanging out, eating snacks.
Yeah.
Standard stuff.
But also the crew and the hair and makeup, like it's a small production, so we were like a little family. So we would also just hang out and talk with them, and especially filming season 2 is pretty much all the same people. So yeah, it was just we made friends with those people, and yeah, so on our phones talked, but also like got to know the crew better. It was fun.
I'd also say like being like somewhat comedic. Like I feel like personally I like to chat a lot in between just to like keep the vibes and like the energy up. And yeah, like as Joey said, especially by season 2, like I feel like we probably could like name every single person on the crew. And like I don't know. It really was like a family. It was lovely.
Oh, nice. And what did you love most about season 2? And of course, like what did you all love most about season 2?
I couldn't hear the question. It kind of froze for a second.
I'm sorry. I like, what do you all love without talking a lot about season 2 because it's not out yet, but what do you all love most about filming season 2?
Oh,
I think we got into a little bit of a groove. I think season 2. I don't know. I definitely felt like I knew the show better than I did while filming season 1. and it made working a lot more interesting to like be able to know exactly like where the series was going and what kind of I don't know, just what kind of show it was. So that really helped to have another go at it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Sam hit it on the head. Like for me, I felt more in a groove, because for me, I don't, that's a country that I'm not from, and it's a town I don't live in. And so being there for a second time, I kind of like, I had a nice routine. And then when we were on set, it's like, you still get to play and you don't feel like, oh, this is the first time I'm meeting these people. Like everyone feels a little bit more comfortable and just kind of, yeah, you find your groove and, you just get to, ride the wave.
Yeah, there's a lot of familiarity with the characters and the story and everyone involved in the production coming back for the second time around. So I think, at least for me, I was less nervous filming, so I was able to have more fun on set and with everyone and things like that. And yeah, I think it was just everyone seemed the energy and spirits and everything seemed to really be up from the last time we were there. Not that they were down on season one, but it's just like everyone is excited to come back and revisit and move the story forward.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think also a nice thing about like the second season of something is there's like, first season, it's all new people. There's definitely a feeling you probably shouldn't feel this way, and it's probably not helpful, constructive, or healthy, but you do feel a little bit like inevitably a need to prove yourself a little bit.
Gotcha.
So it's sort of nice in like a second season, you're sort of like, I know y'all, I'm here again. And you sort of just like let go, have more fun, let it be what it is.
Nice. Like if my sound is a little off, I apologize because I'm doing Zoom on my cell phone, and I'm at work, so I'm hiding in like a closet and work.
I stay in the closet. I'm in the closet.
So yeah, I'm in this like little closet room in work with like my cell phone leaning the phone up against the wall.
Yeah. A lawyer's gonna come banging soon.
Yeah, they'll be like, hey, why is the door shut? Who's in there?
Get out of my house.
So you all seem like you get along great. Like you're all joking with each other and everything. So how did you wind up forming that like really close bond on set?
Just, I guess, when you're forced to be together for long periods of time. Yeah, forced to be together for long periods of time, and we get pretty close. So I think it's you either become friends or enemies. It's one or the other. So I think things worked out for the best.
Well, I think also, people who aren't in the industry, it's a lot of hurry up and wait.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of us like sitting at our little table with our backpacks and our phone, and you get to know each other. And also, Michael, Adam, and myself, we don't live in Halifax, so we were just in a hotel. So like, thank God Adam would put together like, hey, let's all go out to eat or something. So you develop friendships and you get to know these people and their lives. And so yeah, I mean, there's a lot of just hanging out. So you get to know each other, and that's how you create your relationships.
The other thing to note about this show, and I guess I can say it's not a secret, we didn't have trailers.
Oh wow,
So,
really?
like, yeah, so it's not like we were like finishing a scene and retreating off to like a private space. Like we basically didn't have that option. So we were just together and chatting and hours and hours and hours. You get to know people quite a bit.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I guess that helps, like not having a trailer, because everyone gets to bond a little little better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would almost be weird to have them now because I feel like I'd be kind of like, oh, like, what's everyone else up to, you know?
Yeah, we'd probably all feel antisocial. Like, I feel weird sitting in here. Like, I should probably go be hanging out with everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
And, so who on set was the person that like did the most jokes, like someone that would joke around the most?
Ooh, well, I mean, I think that we all have good senses of humor, and we'd all kind of like tease each other or make funny jokes or tell funny stories. But yeah, I mean, I think I liked Doug, our producer. He's kind of no nonsense, so I'd always like to like
Yeah.
make comments to him just to hear him be like, no.
Mhm.
But
He's
no,
not
we all
joking,
kind of like joked around with each other.
Mm.
Oh, and was anyone the bad boy on set?
Hmm.
I don't know.
You
Is
said,
that bad?
I'm shutting up on that.
I was around Switchblade with slicked back hair the whole time. It was yeah.
What?
Sam
It's
was always doing illegal stuff and getting the cops called on her set.
Oh yeah. People think that's real now because I said that.
You said that twice now. Yeah.
That interview, yeah.
That's not true.
I don't think anyone answered the
when
question.
you're getting
We're all
I think
we're all
everyone's
good. We're
staying
all good
hushed.
boys.
Yeah.
We're all good boys. That's why.
You're all good.
Yeah.
We would do a nice prayer circle in the School of Theology every.
Yes.
I mean,
It's
and
School of Theology. I should emphasize that's the joke.
yeah, we actually do film at
Yeah.
the Atlantic School of Theology.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
If
Really
we
cool.
get season 3, I'm just gonna do a lot of pranks just so we have someone to say and be like, oh yeah, I brought whoopee cushions, I tied people's shoes together,
Right,
scared
right.
people.
Yeah.
And when you're all getting ready for the roles, like how do you prepare for the role, get into like a mind frame?
I mean, I feel like for Bud, it was kind of fun because I feel like what would normally be like my workout playlist was like his playlist, like just kind of like poppy, like fun, kind of slutty songs. And I feel like, I don't know, like I feel like we all, especially like people that identify as LGBTQ, have like an element of that in our personality, and it's fun to just kind of be like more of that.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like I did a bit of dance stuff, like did a one-on-one with a choreographer, and then did all the kind of like traditional script prep type stuff. I'm pretty old school that way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think like I said earlier, like I am like pretty new to acting or experience wise more so. So I thought that since there was such like a leap out of my comfort zone, and since like that's somewhat parallel with Mickey leaving his comfort zone to, start an arrangement, even though it's not like super comparable, it I think it did help with the like the sort of awkwardness and yeah, I placed a lot of bets on that, but also yeah, I don't know, just trying to find a little Venn diagram of personality traits between him and I think that was basically it.
Okay.
I, like Adam said, I just kind of came up with like a theme song for Tab, and so I would listen to it in the morning while I got ready, or if I showed up but I had 2 hours before, like I'd listen to it, And I also I printed out what's it called? Like when you go to the doctors and you have to fill out all your like information, I would print stuff like that, and I'd fill it out as tabs. So his birthday, his mother's maiden name, all that kind of stuff to give him a backstory, even though he's not, that has nothing really to do with the series, but it just makes you understand this is a real person instead of just, so that's kind of what I did and worked out, but I did that anyway. So
you remember us comparing all our quote unquote theme songs at my place that one time?
Yeah.
I think mine was
funny.
A doo-wop song or something, but yeah.
Really?
What about you, Michael?
Just other than the sort of standard script work stuff that you do, I also listen to like a little playlist that I made for Clark, which was mostly Taylor Swift music. So yeah.
Hey, she's great. I mean, and anytime you could charge like $2,000 a ticket, you should be good, right?
Yeah.
And was there any funny or cool behind the scenes stories that happened while you all were filming?
Oh, I mean, like season 1 was so long ago. Like everything I think of now, I'm just going back. I'm like, wait a minute, that was season 2. So season 1, what is funny? Geez, I'm trying to think.
So
They
long
just
ago.
blend together.
Yeah, I
It was
think
so
because
long ago.
Joey said we maybe need to like liven up set life a bit and bring some practical jokes next time.
I guess just like hanging out outside of set was just really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's making it sound like we're just so boring, but it really wasn't. Like it was fun. I
will say like one
boring.
thing with the show is that like we film it pretty quickly, so it's like it's not as much downtime as another show would have, or as much idle time to like put a booby trap and put people, or
there definitely was a lot of fun shit. I just can't for it at the moment.
Also, a lot of this stuff too would be because we're all shooting right around the town. If some of us weren't shooting till the end of the day, or not even that day, we're not even on set. Whereas some sets, like you're there every day, no matter what, in case they're gonna get to a scene at the end of the day. So, so when it was a lot of the roommate stuff, we're all there together, and and we're in the waiting area, but yeah, when it was Adam and Michael, or when it's then just those two are there really. So yeah, it's we're not boring.
I do think season 2 we had more like funny accidents or like things happen. Yeah. And I don't think they're off limits as long as they don't give away any stories.
Yeah.
I will say one funny thing that came to mind was we were at one of the Halifax bars, and I'm not going to say what Sam was doing, but I could see it on like a camera in the bar that they had of like the back patio, and I sneakily took some photos of it and thought that was funny.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't drugs.
It wasn't illegal.
Nothing illegal.
It wasn't illegal. And it was just fun.
Okay. And what about songs? Like, who's on all of your playlists? Like, what kind of music do you all like?
Like personally?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who wants to go first?
Michael.
No volunteers.
Okay, I'll go. My playlist is, when I just hit shuffle, it's very eclectic. So you may get, like, I don't know, Bach, and then the next Ozzy Osbourne, and then the next, like Spice Girls, and then, like, so I think it all depends on what mood I'm in, or if I'm out in nature, I like to just play, like I love the Interstellar soundtrack.
Yeah.
So it just kind of depends. But when I hit shuffle, especially at the gym, there's something I need to, if anyone heard what I'm listening to, they're like, what the hell?
It was it Hans Zimmer that did the Interstellar soundtrack, Joey?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
also good when you're on a long road trip. Just, it's nice.
Feels very yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like a lot of, I guess, just rock, classic rock.
Okay.
I like hip hop as well. I don't know. I pretty much like anything except for stadium country. I know that's like such a boring thing to say. Everyone says they like everything but country. But I like country too, just not super poppy country, I guess. But I probably get into it too if I really tried.
My tastes are also pretty eclectic, pretty all over the place. Right now, I'm listening to Yeji because they just had an album come out, and Teishi also just had an album come out, and so I've been listening to those a lot. And really obsessed with Leith Ross these days. A little acoustic music for you.
Nice.
Yeah, lots of stuff, lots of different things. I did mention Taylor Swift. Not that I'm a Swiftie, but some of those songs hit. I'll say that.
Okay.
For me, I'm also pretty eclectic. I feel like the music I listen to the most, I like calm and like peace. So like I feel like I listen to like a lot of what like a middle-aged woman would listen to, like Dido and like, I don't know, singer-songwriters from like the 90s, and
got a lot of Sade on your playlist, Adam.
a bit of Sade, yeah, Seal,
Hell yeah.
Chantal Kreviazuk, Alanis Morissette.
With
A lot of Dido. Dido was my most played in 2022, which was interesting.
Wow.
What?
White flag on repeat.
No, like the more ambient ones. Like there's one called My Lover's Gone that's just like I listen to it in the shower and in the bathtub. Kind of like lulling and calming. I am a Swiftie as well.
yeah.
Full-blown Swiftie. And I always love Madonna, especially Ray of Light album.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
No one said Bieber. No one likes the Biebs.
No, I do not.
Can't say that he's in my regular rotation. No.
When he was younger, I saw his car around, because I live in LA. I saw his car a couple times, just like swarmed with paparazzi, and I was like, "You're causing traffic. Let's move along."
It's the paparazzi that's causing traffic, though, not him. You know?
Yeah, it was I think it was a Karma Fisker, and it was like, but it was all painted like a mirror, so it was all reflection. I was like, "Ooh, that's a cool car," and then I realized it was. I saw TMZ like a day or two later. I was like, "Oh, that's Justin Bieber. It's causing traffic."
Canadians just shouldn't go to America. Look what happens.
Exactly. And what about karaoke? If you were all doing a karaoke song, what would be the song?
Oh God.
Like, okay.
I'm gonna say "Rock the Casbah" by the.
Yeah, I remember that.
I always say that my go-to karaoke song is Betty Davis Eyes.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Mine would probably be. I am not a good singer at all. But I like Blink-182, All the Small Things, because it's a fun song to sing, but also I think everyone's ears kind of perk up and everyone knows the words, so everyone likes to sing along to it. So this is a fun pick.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I would probably do like Landslide, or
Nice.
I actually did do karaoke recently, and I serenaded my friend whose birthday it was to Love Story by Taylor Swift, which was
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Okay.
Adam, I could see you serenading a happy birthday with "Happy Birthday, Mr. President."
I would love to do that in a bra,
Yeah.
and that's it.
And what was the last song stuck in your head? You know, when you have a song stuck in there and you sing it and hum it all day long.
Oh,
There's there's a cover of that song, "Oops, Oh My." I can't
I
remember
love
which
that
by.
song.
Yeah, there's a cover of it by this guy whose name I absolutely forget, but I've been listening to that on repeat recently because I just can't, I physically can't not listen to it like 5 times a day. So
I don't know. I don't even think I heard it on the radio. Maybe I was just scrolling through TikTok and it was on some video. But I remember the other day, I couldn't stop saying, "In a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up." So I guess Lizzo.
Yes. Sam?
I don't know. I can't think of anything like in this moment. I guess the song I just said for karaoke, because right when I said that, it triggered a loop of Rock the Cat. But I don't know. There's this really like dumb song on TikTok that's getting on my nerves lately, or on just Instagram. But there's this stupid song that's like Capybara, and it's just really pissing me off every time I see it.
Yeah, let's end it.
Yeah.
I think we've mentioned Taylor Swift several times in this conversation,
yeah,
but
too many times.
yeah. But I for whatever reason had trouble connecting with the Midnight's album when it came out, and for whatever reason, something about the weather or where I'm at emotionally in the last couple of weeks, it's really landing. So Midnight Rain is the one that's been, I don't know, something about that song has been on repeat a lot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And I'm a big horror fan, so whenever I have guests on, I like asking them like, what if you're a fan of horror, what are some horror movies that you like to watch?
I really like Don't Look Now by Nicholas Roeg. That's really cool. The Shining is really cool. I feel like a new one. What's a new one? Hereditary. I love Hereditary.
That
I was gonna
great
say that.
movie.
I was
That
gonna
was
say Hereditary too.
Yes. Yeah, that's definitely out of like the newer horror films. That's definitely one of the most craziest ones.
Yeah.
I did also really like X
Oh yeah, okay, yeah,
with Mia Goth.
yes,
God,
yes.
love me a goth.
Yeah.
I would say the Insidious movies are really well done and they creep me out, and the Paranormal Activities, just because it seems so real that it could happen, and I'd like that would make me be like, I gotta sell my house. But I also watched Barbarian a few weeks ago, and the lady being like, I was like, that's an Airbnb, no thanks.
For me, I'm blanking a bit. A Quiet Place comes to mind.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
I actually saw it. I dated a stoner when I lived in New York, and he was often embarrassed of me because I'm embarrassing. And we saw that stone, and I react a lot like when I watch things. So I was like gasping a lot and like jerking around in my seat, and it was completely silent. So it was really extra embarrassing.
And where could fans like watch the film? I mean, watch the series, and
Lots of places. They can watch it on Out TV, which is available in like North America, and then Fruit TV in the UK and Australia. I think a lot of people from other countries have been watching it via VPN based on messages I've gotten. And then if you have Amazon Prime, you can just do an easy add-on and add Out TV to your subscription, as well as Roku and Apple TV.
And you could also just watch it on the website as well.
Yeah.
The OutTV.com website.
And the first episode is free on YouTube.
Yes. Yeah. And lastly is, where could fans follow you all at?
Well, I have a Instagram that I use. I have a Twitter, but I don't ever use it. But my Instagram is at Mr. Gnarly Joe.
That's a good name.
Mine is Adam.
Oh, go for it, dear.
Mine is Adam Fox Official. I use for Instagram. It's the same on Twitter. I don't do much on Twitter, but maybe I should. On TikTok. And on TikTok.
I can see you making a lot of TikToks. Is that true or false?
I'm not Gen Z enough to know how to do them properly. And I like the abstract, just like, this is what a random voice I feel like doing, but I'm not good at like the way people like dub and cut like 7
Right.
I don't have the patience for that. So mine are just sort of like random rants in a character voice.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram and Twitter as Davidson Ayres, but I'm private on everything. So you can follow me if you want. Whether or not I accept you is another story.
Oh, James Corden's Instagram username?
What?
James Corden.
His instead. Media. I've been working on. I'm thinking about getting a social media, but I'm not really sure at the moment.
Okay.
You technically have one, but
I technically have one. It's a account. I'm at James Corden. Follow James Corden on Instagram.
why?
He needs the followers. He needs the support.
He needs it.
After his Balthazar incident?
Wait, what happened?
Are you trying to redeem him after his scandal?
Did he have a scandal?
Not really. I think he just was like rude or something at a restaurant.
Didn't see that. I wouldn't have. As a
Well, you're a James Corden apologist now, so.
well, okay.
Well, guys, thanks so much for taking time out and coming on the show. It was really fun meeting everyone, and it's a great show, and everyone has to keep their eyes out for season 2.
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Now to go back to work before someone actually finds me hiding.
Yes. Get out of that closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. Thanks again for doing this.
Take care.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
You too. Okay, stop.